was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob Album while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste.
Alrighty, guys. What is going on, everybody? Man, yeah, what is going on, guys? We're back, obviously. Another edition of Unscripted, bro. The week of wrestling, the week of wrestling, not so bad.
Right.
Not so bad.
Yeah.
Not so bad this week, man. AEW Dynamite, from what I can remember, was pretty sick. Bloodline. That's all I gotta say. Saturday Collision, it was great. Saturday Collision was great. And Monday Night Raw didn't necessarily feel like a chore this week. Obviously there was bad, but there's obviously it's bad on everything. Yeah. But other than that, bro, yeah, man, I mean the week of wrestling in general just wasn't so bad this week. I know last week it was pretty mid with everything that we seen, but this week it wasn't too bad at all, at least from what I could remember. So yeah, man, but what were your thoughts on the week of wrestling?
It wasn't too bad from what I remember, man. From what I remember, Dynamite wasn't last week, which is good. Was there much Bloodline stuff on Raw? On SmackDown this week?
There was a segment. I believe it was in the middle of the show, with Jey Uso.
Oh, okay, man. SmackDown with like not much Bloodline is non-existent from what I remember. Well, there was that LA Knight stuff that was really good. Was that Collision? Toward that match was great. With the tag match, FTR, BC Gold, and then there was Raw, man. So it doesn't seem like too bad of a week, man. It really doesn't.
No, it wasn't that bad of a week at all. But anyway, man, let's not waste any time, man. I guess we'll just go ahead and hop right into the intro. So what the hell is going on, guys? We are back with yet again another edition of the Notorious podcast and another edition of Unscripted, man. This is episode 152. Edition of Unscripted, man. This is episode 152 as we are nearing in on the 3-year anniversary of Unscripted. So with that,
That's crazy.
I swear to God, man. So with that, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know how the show works, every Monday we are on here after Notorious Unscripted with Monday Night Raw, or every Monday we are on here after Raw with Unscripted, not the other way around. We're on here after Monday Night Raw with Unscripted, And every Friday at 4 p.m. Central, we were on here with the news, man. If you guys did miss Friday's news and All Elite Crate unboxing for the quarter, you guys can now watch that on all platforms, man. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here. Like I said, Friday, 4 p.m. Central on YouTube, man. That is Tony Khan and AEW, possibly rumors of them doing monthly pay-per-views. We talked about how that would be nothing but a bad idea. And we talked about the still uncertain WWE future of Bray Wyatt. So with that, man, yes, again, if you guys did miss that, that's available for you guys on all platforms, man. And we have, like I said, the All Elite, the underwhelming All Elite Crate unboxing for the quarter. Like, man, I mean, I'm wearing the MJF shirt now, but man, if they would have just nailed the Sting shirt, it would have made the fucking box. But they didn't nail the Sting shirt at all. And it was just Surfer Sting.
Just what I wanted. Give me what I want.
Yeah, no kidding, bro. So, yeah, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video and in either mine or Sir K's social media pages, man. So, with that, you have all 8 of these beautiful designs plus more on there for you guys, man. You have the Chicago flag design, the Uncrowned Kings of the IWC, the Biggie-inspired design, the base logo, the Riddler-inspired Best Kept Secret to the IWC design, the Notorious World Order shirt. You have that in 3 designs. You got the Chicago flag design, the classic black and white design, and the Wolfpack red. All 3 of those are available for you guys. You got the Grand Slam shirt, the Notorious Scratch logo, and the Only Community That Matters. All of this plus more live on the merch shop. Again, that is link is at the top of the description of this very video. That is bonfire.com, and it is in either mine or Sir K's social media pages, man. So, with that, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels podcast. I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, man?
Going good, man. Going good. Just been chilling out, man. Been pretty normal. We're going to see what we got, Blood and Guts on Wednesday. We're watching that. That's fun. I can't wait. And afterwards, we got Insidious, man. I'm excited for the movie, man. I'm excited for Wednesday. I can't wait, bro. I really can't wait. But other than that, man, I've been chilling, man. Shit's been pretty chill lately, man. Been pretty chill. Like Durante always asks, man, whether he comes later or in the replay, man, how's life? How's the family? Life's good, man. The family's good. What about everybody in chat? Anybody watching the replay? How are all you guys doing? And what about you, bro? How you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yeah, just normal shit going on, I guess, man. Obviously today we have Monday Night Raw. Wednesday is gonna be pretty sick. Got Blood and Guts, and then, like you were saying, afterwards we're going to go see Insidious: The Red Door. So that should be pretty sick. I hope the movie ends up good, obviously, as well. But yeah, dude. So yeah, other than that, nothing too much, man. Nothing too much going on. Yeah, just chilling, bro. Just chilling. But as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. And what about you, Durante? Logan, Bell, Pops, my boy, Wizzo Crizzo. How the hell are you, bro? If I could send you some kissy faces back, you know I would. But dude, miss you, bro. But yeah, how's it going, dude? And everybody else, like I said, Durante, Logan, Bell, JT, everybody watching on the replay, you guys know who you are, man. How the hell are you guys doing? And thank you guys for either being in the chat later or watching on the replay, whatever the deal is. Thank you guys for being here. So, man, alrighty, Dynamite. There it is. There's those kissy faces. So
fuck, do I get rid of these emojis on my screen? God damn it.
yeah, it gives me like this option to send emojis to chat, but it always sends me to Google sign in. So stupid.
Oh, it's so stupid.
So yeah. Yeah. All right, man. Dynamite. AEW Dynamite, man. Yeah, pretty okay week. Pretty okay week. The ending was so man, I wish they would have on one hand, I wish they would have brought Coda out there. But on the other hand, I don't know why they even, like, revealed them until next week at all. Like, I thought that could have been a really nice catch for next week's show.
I was going to say, like, I get what they tried to do, but, like, if he couldn't make it to this show, dude, just save it for the surprise. Make us think it's not going to be Kota Ibushi, you know what I mean? And then just have it be him. That would go absolutely crazy. Like, the old TK would have done that, man. I don't know what TK's doing right now, but old TK would have done that. Even though there's 50% chance old TK would have hyped us up for a week, and then it would have been fucking some random person.
It would have been fucking Stu Grayson or something, because he's feuding with the Dark Order.
Exactly. But yeah, man. Like I'm excited that it's Coda. That's a perfect choice.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I think they could have waited a week, man.
Yeah, no question. Also, the other choice, damn. So, I'm glad it didn't end up being like Evil Uno or like one of these names people were throwing around and like it sounded so cool to them, but it was just like the most horrendous thing ever. Who the fuck wants to see a Dark Order heel turn in 2023? 2 years late. 2 years too late. So that's that.
I don't see them in the company anymore.
Seriously. And you know, they went with Pac. Like, I get it. It's a nice option. You know, Pac has history with them. But then again, on the other hand, bro, like, after that fucking Best of 7 series, I didn't really care to see those guys in the same ring for a minute. Like, I just don't know how you don't build the new member up as the newest member of the Blackpool Combat Club and have it be Chris Hero, unless you're going to bring Chris Hero in as like a baby face, because Collision needs baby faces. We talked about that. And he could, again, that man, while he was in NXT, could have out wrestled half of those guys. He was fucking 90% of those guys he was putting over. So, I mean, if they want to do that, I think that's a nice option as well. But, yeah, I mean, Bach was decent, but, man, I really wanted to see Chris Hero, and it sucks that I feel like we're in, at least what I feel is, like, the minority for people that actually care to see Chris Hero nowadays, which sucks, because he's fucking fantastic, and his talent should not be forgotten.
No, exactly. That man is amazing. Has probably one of the best theme songs ever in general. And he's just a cool ass person, man.
Yeah, he is.
But,
he's a stud. But what were you saying?
Yeah, and man, I would like Pac. He makes storyline sense, and he's not going to be that bad in the match at all. I mean, a Black Arrow Like, oh yeah, it does have a roof. Never mind, I forgot theirs has a roof. And you could do a black arrow off of it onto something
I have a
on the
bet.
outside.
I have a bet going for
Okay,
$5.
okay.
So our buddy, I know you know who this is. Our
Oh
buddy
yeah.
thinks Pac is gonna do a red arrow off the top of the cage, but I don't think so. I don't. I like, especially
No,
because he's fresh off like a nose injury. It would be sick, but I'm
I
praying
hope
to
so.
God, and I know with my luck, he probably will.
He probably will at that. Since you made the bet, he will. Fuck, if
Hmm.
you're hearing this man, if you want this man to lose $5, you know what you gotta do, bro. But I can't wait otherwise. Pocket, although he's not my first choice, he's not fucking Evil Uno or any of those fucking
Yeah,
schmucks. So
I,
at the in the end, I'll take it.
for sure, for sure. So yeah, yeah. I mean, makes sense. It's nice. I like Pac, but like, God, do I just want to see this guy as a singles? Like, hopefully we can get to portraying him like that. Maybe putting him in the Blackpool Combat Club wouldn't be like a bad choice.
I wouldn't hate it at all.
Um, because the group is kind of based. It's I know they don't do faction stuff, and a lot of people don't consider them as a faction, but like, I feel like that's kind of like the point of the group is they all just kind of like they're all together, but they all kind of do their own thing. I mean, like, up until this story with the Elite, they were all kind of like that. Now they've been doing a little bit more faction stuff, but like last year, they were just a sick ass fucking group. They were great.
Exactly. So like Bach, that if you have to put Bach in a group, that's the type of group I want to see that man in. A fucking death triangle.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Death Triangle needs to suffer death already. I mean, it's gone on way too long. The group, I don't know who came up with that idea for that group, but it's just not good. It's just not a good group, in my honest opinion. The Lucha Bros should have went with Andrade a very long time ago, but yeah, that's just me. That's just me. But yeah, I mean, please just for the love of God, get this guy away. I mean, if you don't have to put him in a group at all, just don't put him in a fucking group. I mean, if you did have to put him in one, I wouldn't mind him in the Blackpool Combat Club, but like, he kind of fits like the vibe a little bit. But like, in all honesty, just keep the guy by himself. I mean, that's where he fits best. So I mean, yeah, it's just, yeah. I just can't stand seeing Pocket and constantly in a group. It's just not him.
Oh, Dad, exactly. And like he's a solo guy. He really is.
For sure. For sure, man. The opener of Dynamite, Chris Jericho takes on Commander. Commander is accompanied to the ring by Alex Abrahantes. Oh. Dude, I seen these fucking people on Twitter. They were saying,
Mm.
I love how Alex just supports all luchadors. Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
Do you think I want to see his garbage ass with everybody that has a fucking mask on? And
Dude, I can't stand his ass.
oh, he is atrocious. And people like him. I don't know what kind of like garbage these AEW fans like subject themselves to, but damn. I mean,
Dude,
who?
A- AEW fans like Jeff Jarrett, bruh. Ain't no going back. These idiots like anything.
Yeah. Uh golly. Golly, bro. So Commander, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna take people to realize that like all these luchador signings were like were the most useless thing ever. They all feel the same. They're all presented the same. Apparently AEW fans want them to all be managed by the same person too. So, dude, I mean, just why, like, why up until this point? Is Alex Oberhantes now with Commander? Like, what the fuck happened to the point where he's just coming out with them now?
Except they don't explain any of this shit. It just happens. Like, explain, please. At least do that.
Makes absolutely no sense, bro. It makes absolutely no sense. But Commander comes out, and he has this match with Chris Jericho. Not so bad. It's not so bad. It was a decent opener. Decent opener, man. Like I said, Jericho is having some sort of resurgence, I guess, to the point where he's starting to pick up wins again. I don't know if it has to do with the fact that he's like back in Canada, and he is, what he talked about last week, how he felt a career resurgence and stuff. So, Commander went to hit him with a springboard flip Hurricane Rana, and Jericho caught him. He caught his legs, and he put him in the Lion Tamer, and he tapped out. New subscriber, Nick. Thank you, Nick.
Hey, what's up, man? It's hilarious.
Appreciate it, man.
The Nick?
It is the Nick.
Could it be?
It is him.
And
It is my boy Nicholas.
Could it?
Yeah, man. I mean, pretty cool. Pretty good match. I mean, but yeah, I mean, just couldn't really care that much for Commander. But in terms of like Chris Jericho, obviously, it was solid and playing to his story, I guess, of resurgence, if you will. So.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I like where they're going with this Chris Jericho stuff, man. I really do. I hope it ends in the not inner. I was gonna say inner fucking circle. That's not a good sign. The JAS's end at this point. It's probably just the best course of action, and I'm curious to see if they do it or not, man. Because I don't mind if they don't split up, but I don't want there to be the sort of, oh, we're staying together and this will make us stronger. I hate when they do that, man. And there's a good chance they'll do it here.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So afterwards, Callis comes out and he plays an old clip for Jericho of them when they were younger. Jericho makes fun of Callis for not having his hair anymore. So he makes fun of him for that. And there was, I think his name was Bad News Brown. I think they said his name was. Yeah, Bad News Brown. He that was their manager, a guy that trained them. The guy that trained them, he was their manager when they were a tag team. Don Callis tries to guilt trip Chris Jericho by saying this is what Bad News Brown would have wanted. So Jericho, this kind of got Jericho. He kisses his hand and puts it up to the sky for his late friend and mentor, and he walks out of the ring without saying anything. So another interesting turn for the story of Chris Jericho, man. And yeah, I mean, nothing. I don't need to say anything about Jericho that hasn't been said already. You guys know how I feel about Chris. I think he's great, and I think he's telling a great story yet again. So I don't know how people are getting sour on him. When things get a little stale, like they were, he picks it back up with stuff like this, and it's good. It's just a matter of how they go about this. So yeah, man.
Exactly, man. Exactly. It was awesome. It was funny as hell seeing young Chris Jericho, especially young Don Callis. That is
so
hilarious. But that man had a full head of hair, man. What happened? But it is cool, man. I like where they're going with this, man, and I'm really intrigued to see how this plays.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, absolutely. Afterwards, we get a interview with Jungle Boy in a car. Hook climbed into the other side of the car and tried to attack him. Jungle Boy got out of the way. Hook grabbed him by his hair. Jungle Boy then like European uppercutted him while he was still in the car, and he got away. So Jungle Boy gets away again. Um, why are you putting him in video packages only? I mean, is he a fucking video package exclusive talent or something? Like what's going on here, man? Let's put him in front of a live audience, please.
Yeah, I miss when AEW would do that, man. But they really don't anymore, which blows. But yeah, I'm glad, post Dynamite we know that it's kind of the end of these just attacking segments, which thank God, man. I think this was the week that they finally realized it was getting stale, man. And I'm glad we're finally gonna get this match, man.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, yeah. I mean, another one or two of these, and this story is looking pretty dead in the water. So I'm happy that they're giving us a little something to go off of.
Exactly, man. Thank God.
MJF and Adam Cole.
These two, man. Yeah, love it every time.
Oh man, this man Max, bro. These two are absolutely hilarious with each other. Um, you know, I talked about this last week. How I hope that they didn't go the route where they make Adam Cole look like a dumb baby face. Um, but honestly, man, the way they're going about this, man, they're telling like they're telling a really good story, and I love when MJF shows like a little human side. Like it's like like his character's so amazing to the point where like you look at him and you listen to it and you actually kind of like feel bad for him. You actually kind of feel bad for him because you're like,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, you look at it and you're like, man, like maybe this guy's not so bad after all. But it always makes it very nice, obviously, when he turns and then shows how much of a prick he is. So him and Adam Cole are in the bar and they're taking shots, and he's asking him where his "Better Than You, Baby" shirt is. Adam Cole says that he lost it. He lost it, and then these group of these this group of 5 women walk past, and MJF says, "Hey, take a look at that, man. What do you think?" Adam Cole says, "Look, dude, I'm really committed to Britt." And MJF says, "Oh, sorry. I can make this camera crew go away really fast." So MJF,
Loaded, bro.
this fucking guy. So he's like, so he says, "Oh, okay, I get it. Well, 2 more for me. Sorry, it was 4 women, not 5." So this motherfucker walks away. So he walks out of queue. Adam Cole's like playing on his phone. MJF comes back and he fucking unzips his pants as if you guys know the rest. But MJF comes back and he zips up his pants. And Adam Cole says, "You know what? On second thought, I will wear the Better Than You, Baby shirt, but we got to do something that I like to do." So MJF says, "Sure, it can't be that bad." So he whispers in his ear, and he does the "what the thing" again, and it cuts off, and it cuts to these two in a hotel room. They're both wearing their Better Than You, Baby shirts, and they're forever. Now, if anybody knows how MJF feels about video games, Fighter Fest 2019 was that was quite the wake up call for some of those audience members.
Oh, I swear to dude, that clip, one of my favorite AEW clips of all time. Fucking, I used to play video games like all of you. Then I lost my virginity, and the camera cuts to the biggest fucking loser you'll ever see, just fucking frowning. Dude, one of my favorite moments in AEW history. This shit
Hilarious.
was goated, bro. When this segment cut to this fucking room and just MJF's face was just pissed. Oh, I
Bro.
loved it.
Absolutely hilarious, bro. Absolutely hilarious. So they're playing AEW Fight Forever. God bless these guys' hearts because they're playing a tag team match. And I'm surprised they could actually get footage without getting kicked out of the ring. That's besides the point though. So
I don't know how they got
MJF,
that footage.
I swear to God. So MJF is playing, he's playing the game and he's getting real into it, and he says, "Man, these video games they're actually really fun. They're really fun when you have a buddy to play with." And these are the little things with MJF where they just like break your heart for him. And it's just like he's such a good character. So he says these are actually really fun when you have a buddy to play with. And Adam Cole says, "Have you never played a multiplayer game before?" And MJF says, "Well, you actually you actually have to have a friend. Yeah, or he said you actually have to have friends to play a multiplayer game." And Adam Cole puts the dude. It was I like Jesus Christ. Like, God, this guy is such a prick. This is gonna be so good when he turns.
Oh, dude.
So Adam Cole says,
Such a
"Wait,
sorry little fucking ass.
oh, I know." So Adam Cole tells him to pause it. So they pause the game, and he says, "You know what, man? When this whole thing started, I was just gonna blindside you the first chance I got. But you're actually a really cool guy." MJF says, "Man, that's crazy. That's crazy, man, because I was going to do the same thing." And then Adam Cole just starts to say, "Everybody's got nothing but bad things to say about you, but I actually think you're a pretty cool guy." MJF then says to him, MJF then says to him that he's his friend. And they're playing against FTR, mind you, for the tag team championships, hence the tournament. So they give each other knuckles, and they start playing again. These two hit the Shatter Machine, and they pin Cash for the 1-2-3, and then they start celebrating in their hotel room, and then it just cuts to game footage of them holding the AEW Tag Team Championships. Fantastic segment. Another great bro session, or whatever they call them.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, I love what they're doing with these segments, man. And I like the story they're telling, man. They're making it really compelling. I love when MJF shows his human side. It's so good. And it's also funny that motherfucker TK, inside of a whole segment, basically snuck in a Fight Forever commercial. It's hard to defeat that man, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
That man snuck in a whole commercial in a great segment. Look at that.
All right, man. So next, we got
Yeah, God.
Sir K's favorite tag team on planet Earth. That's right. Darby Allin and OC. Dude, what, you still think they're on this hot tag team run? I know you do, man. Go ahead and tell the world.
Oh yeah, man. Dude. From the words of Orange himself, man, they're on this amazing, hot tag team run, man, and I can't wait to see him keep going.
Couldn't have said it any better
Fucking A.
myself. So these two are facing the team of Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia. They made it a note to mention that they did not come out to any JAS Trons. They just came out to their singles Trons. And I believe this was the match last week on Dynamite. Well, I guess now it'd be 2 weeks ago. That Jericho told them they can, make a name for themselves in this tournament, or it might have been this match. I'm not too sure, but Darby Allin and OC actually have the most racked up wins in this whole to this point. Obviously, they got eliminated, but until this point, they had the most chemistry, the most wins as a tag team out of anyone in the tournament. Told you, man. White hot.
Wow. White hot, man. Most wins in like 3 matches. Wow. What a fucking win streak, man. Like 3 matches.
so, Sammy and Daniel Garcia ended up winning the match. Daniel Garcia is still trying to play up to his heel tendencies, and Sammy Guevara is in the ring, and he drops down to one knee to shake Darby Allin's hand in sportsmanship, I guess, bro. So, dude, I really like Sammy Guevara's little babyface arc we got going on here. I'm really enjoying it, and, as long as AEW isn't telling us that we're rooting for Sammy again, it was actually a very natural thing that started to happen.
Exactly, man. Exactly. I like the way it's going right now. I'm actually starting to like this guy again, but please don't mention it on commentary. For the love of God, please don't. And I like what they're doing with this, man, and I'm glad that these two continued in this tournament and not, Darby and OC.
For sure. So then we get a video package at the in the Buddy Wayne training garage, I guess, or I guess just his regular garage at his home. We get it. But instead of Darby Allin this week, it's actually Nick Wayne. So Nick Wayne's talking about his relationship with his father. He's talking about how he no longer has a father figure. They showed a little note that he left from his dad that said, "You're the best son I could ever ask for." Truly heartbreaking. He talked about the day he found out his father passed away. He said his mom called him, into the garage, and he sat right where he was sitting when he was doing the interview, and she told him, how Dad has had a couple open heart surgeries, and he said, yeah, and then she broke the news to him that, he's not coming back, and Nick Wayne said he remembers his heart dropped to his stomach, and he did not know what to do, but shortly after that, he realized that he wanted to do something with the family name. He wanted to do the Wayne name justice. And and he talked about how he was excited for his AEW debut, which was, a little later in the night. And that was that, bro. That was that. Absolutely heartbreaking, man. Absolutely heartbreaking. But it's very nice to see how they're presenting him and how they're getting him familiar with their audience. It's really making a great connection to start off, for sure.
It really is, man. They're going all about this in the right way, man. With the promo packages, man, and letting us know about the story, man. It's really smart, man. Letting us know who this guy is, like, really, to everybody who watches AEW. And they've been doing really good, man, and I like them, man.
No question, bro. No question. I like him a lot too. Man. And I think obviously, I think he lacks a little. If I'm being honest, I think obviously he lacks a little in the charisma department. But I'm sure that is something that we will get to eventually. But as far as his in-ring work, there was. I mean, we'll get to it, but there was. there was some stuff where you were like, oh, okay, that was a little choppy, but that's something that will be fixed with time for sure.
Exactly. Like all the the little in-match stuff was like, people are new. He's new in terms of televised matches and whatnot. He's doing better than half of NXT already. So that's a good sign. And, his charisma, he isn't the best right now, but that's one thing that could always improve, man. I think it
Yeah.
will. Really seems like a guy that'll improve with time a lot, man. And I can't wait to see how he improves.
Yes, and I just really hope AEW goes about this way better than they went about Hook. Because that man did nothing, continues to do nothing, just now maybe started a little something with Jack Perry that maybe he can actually maybe sink his teeth into. But, I mean, man, yeah, I really, really hope, I really hope they go about this a lot better than they went about Hook, because they have a gem on their hands, and it seems like they just don't know what to do with them, or they don't care to do anything with them. I don't know what the deal is, but whatever it is, man, it's not good. Not good. And I hope they go about Nick Wayne a lot better.
Exactly, man. Exactly. You need to keep up with it. Don't fucking do the 20 con. You're on TV for 3 weeks and off for a month. No, keep this man in the circle, man. Please.
For sure. So Adam Cole's doing a backstage interview where he's on the phone with Britt, telling her that nothing happened.
That shit was hilarious, bro.
This man MJF got Adam Cole in trouble. God damn it.
That shit was hilarious, bro.
Dude, it really was, bro. So Roddy comes up to Adam Cole and he tells him, and he questions him. He says, "Hey man, you're not actually starting to like this guy, are you?" And then Adam Cole says, "Oh, hold on a second." And then he starts reading off a text from MJF about hitting that double clothesline. And he tells Roddy he's getting a call and he will have to be right back.
God, man. I hope they don't do nothing with him and Roddy. Dude, if they have this motherfucker Roddy turn on him, oh, where are they going? Good lord.
Yeah, that will just not be any good. Yeah, not at all. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to see Roderick Strong turn on Adam Cole. And if that was the case, if that was your plan, you should have never brought him into the company. Because
No.
in AEW, dude, it seems like we get so fucking close to seeing the Undisputed, and then the rug always gets swept out from under us. And it just sucks. It really does. So,
It really does, man.
yeah, no question, man. So, Adam Cole and MJF. Adam Cole and MJF beat Big Bill and Brian Cage. Okay. All right. MJF hits him with a rope hung pile driver. You guys know that thing he does. And then Adam Cole hits Brian Cage with Boom. And yeah, they won the match. What's up?
Yeah, they tried to hit the double clothesline,
They
man,
did.
but they were countered and it failed, man. So they're hyping up that double clothesline, man. I can't wait to see it.
Dude, that shit is gonna be fucking hilarious. A double clothesline. Absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
It really is, man.
So Adam Cole and MJF are then they're on the mic. They're on the mic, and they are, I think they kind of just said what they normally say, just kind of like talking about. Damn, I can't even really remember what exactly they were talking about, but just doing their usual gassing each other up type thing. So I don't think they talked about anything of significance, but it's very funny to see
I
these
really
two.
think they just hit the exactly. It really is, man. I think they just hit their catchphrases and just sent off the match.
Yeah, that's okay, cool. After this, Jake Hager goes up to Chris Jericho and he says, "Dude, you gotta let me know what's going on here, man." He says, "You gotta let me know what's going on here. Are you actually thinking about joining this guy after everything we've been through?" He tells Jericho tells him, that Don is one of his best friends, and Hager tells Jericho, he says, "Yeah, I understand he's one of your best friends, but don't forget who's had your back in AEW since day one. You're the one who brought me to this place, and I've done a lot for you. I've gave up an undefeated MMA career to back you up." And he tells Jericho, he says, "And don't forget who saved your life in Abu Dhabi in 2011." And he takes off the purple bucket hat, and he says, "You can have this."
Oh.
He says, "You can have this until you give us an answer." And he hands Jericho the bucket hat, and he walks away. So yeah, man. I really like what they're doing here. They're telling a really good story, man. I just really hope that I really hope it's has a nice conclusion.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I hope so, man. I really hope it does. And dude, that segment really made me. I didn't even realize that. Like, for you to say that Jake Hager is an AEW day one, that is so weird to think.
Mm-hmm.
He is. That's crazy. That's crazy to me, man. But I'm intrigued to where this is going, man. And please end the story off good, man. Don't do no fuck shit, man. Please don't.
Yeah, for sure. Then we got Ruby Soho going back to the finals of the Owen Hart Cup. She defeats Sky Blue to land herself a spot in the finals against Willow Nightingale on Saturday Collision. So we'll get to that on Saturday Collision. But as for the match, I mean, it was pretty. It was your basic. Your basic. Yeah, nothing too crazy,
Yeah.
man. For sure, man. For sure. So after this, we have the AEW Dynamite debut of Nick Wayne. We have Swerve coming out with a dancing Prince Nana. Why is he dancing? All I can remember from Dynamite was that was the only fucking thing that I could remember was why the fuck is he dancing like that?
This weird ass faction, man.
Dude, I swear. Yes, Swerve and Nick Wayne, they had a pretty good match, man. They had a pretty good match. Like I said, Nick Wayne looked really good in the ring. I hope they do not hook this man. But yeah, Nick Wayne looked great. Darby Allin came to the ramp with him to, give him a hug, and I'm sure wish him good luck. Nick Wayne's mom was in the front row. He looked great. He looked fantastic, man. Like I said, there was a little bit of things. There was some things that you can obviously look at and say, okay, that was a little choppy, but it wasn't nothing where it's like, oh, he doesn't look like he was trained to do that at all. No, he looks trained. He looks fantastic. Obviously he's a little choppy, he's a little green, but that will all come with time. and it was nothing that didn't look like
He
it could
re-
be fixed.
exactly, man. He wrestled really as just as I thought he would, man. Straight from the indies, man. That is straight from the indies wrestling, man. So I can't wait to see it, become a little more defined, less choppy, man. But he's fine in the ring so far. And he's one that I have no doubt will just get, smoother with time, man. As for the charisma, you kind of just gotta find yourself in that regard,
Yeah.
man. That always takes time, especially in this fucking company. So, we'll see how that side of it goes, man. But, I'm intrigued, man. He was good.
For sure, for sure, and wrestling against people like Swerve and wrestling against the crop of talent that AEW has and the names they have there, Punk and Jericho and Kenny, and those kind of guys, and Adam Page and stuff like that, and he's only gonna get better, and like I said, being around those kind of guys, he will learn, to whereas wrestling isn't. He's um not just he doesn't just wrestle that indie style. His style will be a little more fit to what he's doing in his match and stuff like that. And he's just gonna look he's gonna look a 10 times better in a year. With the amount of talent that they have over there, but he looked great, man. He really did.
Exactly, man. He really did, man. I can't wait to see more from him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and like I said, I only want the best for Nick Wayne. I think he looked fantastic. I just hate to see them. I hate to see them, go the route of a hook. You know what I mean? To the point where,
Exactly.
sometimes, not all the time in AEW, but sometimes it really does feel like the only fucking four young guys they care about are those four pillars. You know what I mean? And the guys like Hook and the guys like Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta and all those kind of guys just get casted to the side sometimes, and it sucks. And I just hope that doesn't happen to Nick Wayne because I see a lot of potential in him.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I really hope it doesn't, and I hope they do that, man. Good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. And in the main event, Don Callis comes out to announce the second member for Team BBC. And that is obviously not announced before Kenny Omega can come out there. He comes to the ramp, and the BCC just start attacking him out of the gate. Kenny starts to get the upper hand, and Pac comes from behind with a steel chair, and he starts beating the shit out of Omega with the chair. He starts beating him up with the chair. He gets in the ring. He grabs the mic, and he asks Kenny if he really thought he was gonna let him get away with breaking his face. Obviously breaking his nose. So he tells Kenny he's gonna end him, and he won't even. He'll be lucky to make it to Blood and Guts. So they put the chair around his neck, and he goes to go for the Black Arrow. And Moxley asks him if he has any last words. And Kenny he said something like, "Look at the Tron, you idiot," or "Look at the Tron, you jackass," or he said something like that to him. And he says, "Look at the Tron," and it starts playing just images of just cinematic B-rolls of the Blood and Guts cage, and then it just transitioned over to Kota Ibushi. Clips huge pop from the crowd, and then that goes into the screen with all of them, Matt, Nick, Kenny, Hangman, and Coda, and it just says the Golden Elite under it as the show goes off the air, man. And it was pretty sick. Kenny Omega does goodbye and good night, bang, and the show actually goes off the air after that. So that was that, man. And it was it was a pretty nice reveal. Like I said, I wish I feel like the old AEW definitely would have waited till next week. But I guess the new AEW sees it as, well, Blood and Guts is the draw, so we can do something else we can do something the week before to draw the viewers in. So I guess that was their mentality behind
I
it.
guess so, man.
Not necessarily the dumbest of mentalities, but I mean,
Really cool.
yeah.
Definitely would have been cool, man. But and good, man. I'm excited that it's Kota Ibushi. I like that. And like I said with Pac, man, is it Chris Hero? No, but Pac, I'm fine with that, dude. Better than fucking Evil Uno or some other schmuck.
Ugh.
Um, so I'm down for Pac, man. I'm okay with that, man. So I can't wait for Blood and Guts, man.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. And then on Friday night SmackDown, we got Jey Uso. We got Jey Uso coming out and talking about how he said he's never he said he never would have imagined that his brother would be taken away from him by his own family member. He says, at SummerSlam, Roman, I gots to get you for Jimmy. And he says he's the real chief. Main event, Jey Uso. Paul Heyman comes out with Solo. Tells him, you're starting to sound more and more like a tribal chief every day. But not yet. He tells him, not yet. So he says, what happened to Jimmy is all your fault, and I'll never forgive you. He says, what happened to Jimmy is all your fault, and your father will never forgive you. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, will never forgive you. The family will never forgive you. Solo grabs the mic, and he walks right up to Jey, and he says, what happened to Jimmy is all your fault, and I can't forgive you either.
Damn.
And he drops the mic, and Jey hits Solo. These two start fighting. Jey Uso is on a he's on a rampage right now, man. He's on a rampage right now. He beats the shit out of Solo with a chair. He even ends up super kicking Paul Heyman, which was fantastic. But dude, just great stuff all around from the Bloodline again in what was another great segment, and I'm loving the way the story's going. Apparently Roman Reigns should be there next week. We actually did not get Roman Reigns Returns-tron, which it kind of feels weird without it, man, if I do say so myself. I'm a little disappointed. Yeah, I love when Roman takes 1 week off and we get the beautiful graphic Roman Reigns Returns. It's kind of his thing. It's his thing at this point.
Exactly, man. Might as well just keep up with the joke, man, and just keep doing it, bro. At this point, that would just be perfect, man. That would literally just be perfect. But I like where they're going with the story, man. Jey Uso, man, he's the real chief, apparently. He's on this high, man. He's whooping ass, man. And we all know that means that at SummerSlam, that man is gonna get fucking destroyed. But I'm intrigued to see where the storyline goes, man. I'm really intrigued to see where the Solo stuff starts and how that starts.
Mm-hmm.
But love the story, man. Can't wait to see it continue.
Absolutely, man. The Street Profits were walking outside, and Montez says, man, he said he was going to be here. Where is he? And Dawkins was like, oh, this has got to be him, as this beautiful limousine pulls up. The door opens, and it is the man himself. He has returned with TV time with him. Bro,
Look at that.
it is my fucking boy, Bobby motherfucking Lashley. For the love of God, he's back.
I love that, bro. I really
Dude,
do.
damn, I miss Bobby. Bro. He shakes up with Dawkins and Tez, and he tells them, let's have a chat. So they get in the limousine, and
Yeah,
and
like,
and it drives away, bro. Dude, are you seeing some of
dude,
these are you seeing some of these little fantasy matchups people are putting together? So
I haven't actually.
there, I've read this
Uh,
one. I can't
uh,
remember who posted it, but they were saying they want you to, like, you know how everybody thinks Bobby Lashley's putting together the Hurt Business 2.0, right?
essentially, yeah.
These people were saying Bobby is going to declare that him and the Street Profits are the new Hurt Business, but Cedric and
Okay.
Shelton are going to get jealous, and MVP is going to get Omos to align himself with Cedric and Shelton, and they're going to go against Bobby and the Street Profits. Oh, man.
It sounds like complete dog shit, bro. What the? Who wants to see the fucking the Hurt? What would be their fucking name? It's not the Hurt Business anymore for them. Who are they now? Now they're the
Giant business.
what?
The Omos
They're the
business.
fucking God. I gotta come up with a great nickname for that group, man. But they are not the Hurt Business, man. They are. They're the hurting business, man. They hurting the business. The fuck kind of faction is that?
Dude,
That sounds garbage, man.
absolutely
But
LOL. I can't remember who I seen post that, but like it's just hilarious to me how some people have platforms.
it
No.
really does.
I don't know what they need to do here. I'm total. If this is what they have in mind for a Street Profits heel turn, perfect, perfect. A
Um,
fucking Hurt Business, Hurt Business reunion, absolutely. Hurt Business 2.0 kind of thing going on here. I would love it. However, unfortunately, I hate saying this because I really think Shelton Benjamin deserves like a great last run, but like, you know, maybe they get all of the guys back together, and they get MVP to leave Omos, because we have not seen Omos since Mania.
damn, have we not?
I don't think so.
Was he on something recently? Was he?
Well, I know he's still
I
a
know he.
free agent, but they haven't put him on a brand or anything. So I don't know.
I think,
I don't know what's going on with Omos.
damn, that's weird, man. But dude, at that point, just make the her business a massive thing. Put all the guys in there. Put all five of them. Shelton, Cedric, Street Profits, Bobby. That's heat to me, man. I love that sound of that. But
Yeah,
even not, dude, Bobby and Street Profits, that's fire, dog. I love that.
I actually heard another one. I heard another one
Oh
that
man.
doesn't sound too bad. It's
Okay.
Bobby, the Street Profits, and Carmelo Hayes.
I'm down. I'm down for something like that.
Yeah. Um, but dude, as for this, yeah, again, if this is what they have in mind for a Street Profits heel turn, this is perfect. I would just be down with Bobby and the Street Profits and MVP. But even if you did want to make it a five-guy thing and add Cedric and Shelton in the group, that wouldn't be bad at all either. And have MVP be the manager or whatever you got to do. But or even the other version I was just telling you guys with Bobby, Street Profits, and Carmelo Hayes. Doesn't sound too bad at all either. There's a lot of good ways you can go in this. There's a lot of good ways. None of them are really bad, except the ones that include Omos getting anywhere near this group. But I mean, otherwise, none of them are really
What are you
that
talking about?
bad.
No, exactly, man. Exactly. I like the sound of this, man. And I like where this is going, man. I love this idea. I really do.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So WWE puts together this 8-man little mini tournament thing going on here. 2 fatal 4-ways. I think they're calling it the U.S. title U.S. title invitational. So there was one triple threat. There was one triple threat that Santos Escobar won. It was against like Butch and 2 other guys. And then the one next week, they were doing the promos for, they were doing backstage promos. And I'm sitting there waiting for LA Knight to show up on the screen because I was like, dude, if they don't put him in this fucking tournament, I'm going to be so pissed. So Sheamus, it was like Sheamus was 2 other guys, and then they just cut him off. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? But, take notes, Tony Khan, they sent LA Knight out in front of a live audience. Bro, that place fucking erupted for that man. Dude, I knew he would get over,
Oh, dude.
but
Ooh, man.
damn. So
I don't
LA,
think it'd be that over. That's insane.
it really is, bro. It really is. It really is, man. So LA Knight comes out there. He tells him to cut his music, and he starts talking about how LA Knight is everywhere. Obviously, mentioning the memes. He says, yeah. Um, he says, everybody is using his name on the internet to get views and clicks. He says, but let me just be honest. I am the best decision this company has ever made. He talked about, he said he was the best decision this company has ever made. And he said, the worst decision they ever made was making this U.S. title open invitational because Austin Theory's title is in serious danger. He says not because there's 5 guys vying for it, it's because I'm one of the guys going for it. He says I'm one of the guys going for it, and he said next week everybody he said next week everybody's gonna know whose game it is. And then he did LA Knight. Everybody fucking did it as usual. That man is just a beautiful thing to watch on television. Just how over that man is fucking insane. He said, and then he looks in the camera, not on the mic, and he says, next week, 3 guys step up and 3 guys get sat down. Dude, I swear to fucking God, if you do not take that title off of Austin Theory at SummerSlam for LA Knight, somebody needs to get their fucking priorities straight. He should have won Money in the Bank. This is, and I mean this, the least, bare minimum you can do for this guy. He is a top 5 merch seller, top 3 merch seller of active wrestlers.
Literally. That's insane, man. That's insane. Insane promo, dude. Man is insanely over. So glad they actually sent him out here this week, on television. That's nice to fucking see. And he better win this, dude. He better win this tournament. He better win that title from fucking Nobody Theory. And this is like you said, this the least they could fucking do at this point is give this U.S. title to this man.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Bare minimum. Bare minimum, seriously.
Exactly.
AEW Saturday Collision. That was pretty much everything for SmackDown. A little more than usual. A little more than usual. They actually sent LA Knight out there, so gave us a little something to talk about. And our boy Bobby Lashley came back. AEW Collision. AEW Collision this week was very good. It was very good. You know, as it normally is, it's normally a very, you know, story driven show. They got a lot of stories on there. I think they need to expand their Collision roster a little bit more. But you know, obviously a couple weeks ago we talked about how it was just a very rough time slot for the summer, at least for my schedule. You know, it's in a very rough time slot, but in terms of like looking at it from just strictly a television perspective, it's been great. It's been great so far, man. You have you know, the House of Black telling their story with Andrade. You got the House of Black telling their story with Andrade. You have Christian Cage on there, so that man is obviously just a fucking gem. You got Bullet Club Gold and CM Punk, so you do have like good things on there. It's just a matter of a bad time slot. In all honesty, man. So, the opener,
Man, definitely.
the opener was the whole first hour of the show. It was Bullet Club Gold versus FTR in a 2 out of 3 fall. This was a whole hour. This match was a fucking banger. This match was a banger. Now, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news or anything. I don't mean to be the Grim Reaper for the bad news or anything. But I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you guys. This match was okay. Before people take what I say out of context, this match was absolutely incredible. I love this match. It was great. It was very, very good. But to anybody saying that this was better than the Revival versus DIY, I'm sorry, but get the fuck out of here with that.
Dude, those were those fucking not NXT, quite the opposite. The AEW marks.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're the NXT guys here.
No, they're the NXT marks. But they're the fucking AEW marks that fucking think Jeff Jarrett is great television, man. Not saying this match was bad at all. It was amazing. Easily a match of the year contender from what I hear. But it ain't that good.
Yeah.
It ain't that good. I hate to break it to him. It's not that good, bruh. It's great. It's an amazing match. It's not at that top best level, man. It's not.
I'm sorry. Like, dude, fantastic match. I loved it. I think this was easily 4.5 or 5 stars. Easily. In its sleep. I think this match was fantastic. Juice and Jay were incredible in this match. If there's one thing about them, it's you know, I cannot just stand the way they act on television, but both of them are outstanding wrestlers, and you can see it here. But dude, for anybody trying to even mention DIY versus Revival, it does not even lace those boots. I'm sorry. Somebody's got to say it. Somebody's got to keep it a buck with you guys, bro. But it was fantastic, and I do not mean to disrespect the match at all. The match was fucking incredible. FTR, one of my top 3 tag teams in the world. I definitely think I got to reshuffle my top 3 list, but it's still the same 3 teams. I gotta do a little moving around, but yeah, we'll get back to that at a later date. But dude, easily one of the top 3 tag teams in the world, and they put on a fucking incredible match for the ages. An hour, 58-minute match. I think they said it was 58 or 59 minutes. Made it really close to the time limit draw. And they ended up pinning Juice for the 3rd fall, but dude, I mean, it was incredible. But guys, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I hate to be that guy, but I got to keep it a buck with you guys, dude. This did not, please, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we don't need to compare things. This is why we don't need to compare things in wrestling. I mean, I get it for matches, but like, I just hate how that was the first match everybody brought up was DIY versus Revival, because that is one of the best tag team matches of all time, like ever. There's no way.
You know AEW fans, though. No, they want to FTR. They wrestle in NXT, now they wrestle in AEW, and they want any chance to prove that what they're doing now is better what they were doing then. And there's a prime example, man. It's not a better match. It's a great match, and it's an amazing match.
Yeah.
It's not better, but still was an amazing match for the first hour, man.
Oh, incredible. Absolutely incredible. I had my eyes glued to the screen all 58, 59 minutes of it. It was an incredible match. One of the best AEW tag team matches there's been. But if we're talking of all time,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys, this was not better. I want you guys to understand,
Yeah.
DIY versus Revival is probably the greatest WWE tag team match of all time. Ever. Of all time.
In their whole history, that's how it is.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of good there's been a lot of fantastic WWE tag team matches. That was the greatest tag team match of all time. I'm sorry, man, but this match was fantastic, but I gotta keep it a buck with you guys, man. I hope you guys can appreciate my honesty, because there's a lot of content creators who just lie to you guys to go with the hot hand, but I'm sorry. It was great.
It's not.
But it's not DIY versus Revival Takeover Toronto. Whew, that was something special.
Exactly.
Well, before we move on to that, yes, Jay and Juice, I believe, got the first fall. Yeah, they got the first fall, and then FTR won the second one. I absolutely just love FTR's psychology. The way Dax won this match, he pulled his knee pad down to put a sharpshooter in, and this is what I fucking love about Nigel McGuinness. Nigel's always that guy to point things out that you wouldn't know why he's doing it unless Nigel pointed it out, and you're like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Dax pulled his knee pad down so he can sit further down on the sharpshooter to apply more pressure, because if he has his knee pad on, it's going to be a little compressed, so he's not going to be able to fully bend his knee all the way to sit, and that was what did it. Excellent psychology. Excellent. Top tier.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Love that, man. Those guys are the best at that. They really are, man.
Yeah, and like I said, man, all praises to Nigel too, because I would have never picked that up. Nobody would have ever picked that up if it wasn't for Nigel pointing that kind of shit out. So,
No.
yeah. Also, Kevin Kelly couldn't make this one, so they had Ian Riccaboni do it, and he was fantastic. He was absolutely fantastic here, and yeah, I overall just really enjoy the feel of Collision for sure.
Definitely, man. I love the feel of it, man. I really do. I just, like you said, I think it's in a horrible time slot, man. Man, at least for me, someone that's, busy, sadly, on those Saturdays. I don't want to be that guy that brings up the ratings. But with the way the ratings are looking, you might as well just had to compete with SmackDown at this point.
Yeah.
You'd been getting the same result.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, man. Yeah, I mean, maybe they'll go up in the winter, like I said, when people are kind of just home-ridden. But, like, summer, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough for them. I can tell you that right now. But, Willow... Willow versus Ruby Soho in the finals of the Owen Hart Cup. Dude. You mean to tell me they had Ruby Soho run the gauntlet all the way for a second year in a row to get herself in the finals to lose again? Oh, God damn it, Tony. God damn it.
Like, it's not about Willow at all, because she's
No.
great. I love Willow. She's actually
Yep.
really cool.
Mhm.
But, dog, why would you put Ruby in this tournament to have her lose again? And, listen, I hate to break it to the AEW marks on Twitter. This isn't an arc. This isn't a storyline like people are saying, oh, it's another loss in her arc. What? Of being a fucking jobber since she came in the fucking company 2 years ago? Is that the arc? You're a jobber for 2 years? That's not an arc. That's horrible booking. You fucking marks. She's booked like shit. She's booked like ass. I hate to break it to you, Marks. She was better off under Triple H. I know that'll mill the minds of half of the AEW fan base. She's better off in the hands of Triple H. So many people in this company are better off in the hands of Triple H. Same way, if they want a bitch, reverse applies too. But, dude, Ruby, get this woman out this company, man. Get her some fucking good booking for once in her career.
Yeah, I don't. Oh man, yeah, I don't know what needs to happen, but yeah, the booking of Ruby Soho is just. I mean, the best thing Tony Khan has done for this woman is give her the theme song, Ruby Soho by Rancid, but she doesn't even use that anymore. She just comes out to the fucking Outcast song.
Exactly, so it's fucking
So
pointless at that
yeah,
shit ass song.
yeah, and you would think with Tony being the women's champion, you would want to present everybody else as winners. Um, Not Ruby, I
Well,
guess. She literally runs the gauntlet to fucking lose in the finals again for a second year in a row.
like,
Unbelievable.
exactly, dude. Exactly. It's very annoying, man. It's really annoying. And like you said, you think they would book the whole group great. No, it's just Soraya, man. Tony's the champ, but Soraya is the one they care about somehow.
Hey OG, how's it going?
What's up? Thank
Um,
you.
yes, thank you. Yeah, so that was that. Willow wins, and again, it's not about Willow winning. It's the fact that these motherfuckers had Ruby run the gauntlet a second year in a row and lose a second year in a row in the finals.
Ugh, fucking arc.
Yeah,
Fucking loser.
arc, fucking arc,
Jobber.
a arc,
Ugh.
a arc of
You know
being a
what?
loser.
These AEW fans need an arc of watching more than one company. They hate when people just watch one company, i.e. WWE. How about you guys do it too, huh? Watch a little more than fucking AEW Dark. Good lord. Arc. God damn.
Good lord, good lord. Um, yeah. So after this, we've seen the Kings of the Black Throne, Malachi and Brody in action, as they won their match fairly quickly and continue to taunt around with Andrade's mask. So it's going to be interesting to see where this story goes. And another reason I found out the House of Black asked to go to Collision was so Malachi and Zelina's schedules match up.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, man. That really does make a lot of sense.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, man, that was that. That was that. Yeah, their stories great. I hope Andrade actually gets like people in the company to like be his boys, be his friends, because the last thing we need is two more luchadors that are as bland as they come coming into the company for no reason.
Exactly.
Um so yeah,
Exactly.
man. And then in the main event, Ricky Starks versus Chicago Phil. in the Owen Hart Cup final for the men. This match, again, this another one. Very, very good. Very good CM Punk match. Very good CM Punk match here. Very, very good. Him and Ricky Starks. They put on a really good match. Ricky Starks ended up winning this match by roll-up. But not just that. He won it by roll-up by holding on to the middle rope. Why do I have a feeling this is going to lead to CM Punk calling out Ricky on this? And why do I feel in some roundabout way this is going to end with Ricky Starks joining Bullet Club Gold?
I could definitely see it, man. I could definitely see it.
Yeah, same.
I think that's the path, especially after the way he won. I could definitely see that, man. As long as he doesn't call him out on a media scrum, man, I think it'll go fine. We know what happened last time he called people out on a media scrum, but
and no one wants that again.
no one wants that again, man. But I'm surprised, man. I genuinely think Chicago Phil was gonna win that shit, and I'm really happy he did it, man. I'm happy for Ricky Starks, and I'm happy to see where this goes, man. I really am.
For sure, man, for sure. So, Ricky Starks, Jushin Thunder Liger is on the stage holding the Owen Hart Cup. Ricky Starks just runs up to him, snatches it out of his hands, doesn't shake his hand or anything, and is just running around with the trophy. I don't know what the fuck that was about. It's just...
I think that was like more like heel stuff, I guess, from what Twitter is saying.
Yeah, that's what I got out of it too, and that's another reason why it scares me, because if he's got that like annoying heel in him, which the first time Ricky was a heel, I wouldn't really say it was like annoying. It was just kind of,
No, just cockiness.
yeah, just him being cocky. But dude, if he can act like a little kid and be annoying, that motherfucker is gonna fit right into Bullet Club Gold, because they act like children.
Yeah, they do. He'll fit perfectly. Dude, why do we have a version of Bullet Club that act like fucking children, man? I hate Bullet Club Gold. I hate it. I hate the group. I'm gonna piss off all the AEW marks. I hate Bullet Club Gold. I can't stand the group. But
God, the
I'm
prince
glad
would
for Ricky, man.
the prince would be very upset.
I know. This group is supposed to be a group of badasses, and it's a group of fucking dorks. What happened?
Yeah, nothing at all happened on Battle of the Belts. Tony Storm beat Taya. Luchasaurus beat Shawn Spears with fucking Christian Cage running around the ring, trying to distract Shawn Spears, and then as soon as fucking Aubrey Edwards goes to hand Luchasaurus the TNT Championship, Christian Cage just fucking makes a beeline and just takes it right out of her hands and starts celebrating with it. I love that, man.
Dude, I really do, man. I love that little shit.
Yeah, the acclaimed went out there and scissored each other, and then OC survived the Murder Hawk monster.
God, he's back to fucking job.
Lance Loser,
First
dude
man
showed
back,
up.
again.
Dude showed up on Battle of the Belts to lose to Orange Cassidy. Your career cannot get any sadder than that. So,
He's he's got to go to Paul.
yeah, I mean, at this point, man, I'm convinced Shawn Michaels could do better with Lance Archer than Tony Khan would. And that is a wild fucking statement to make.
Hey, that is real sad, man. That is real sad.
And yes, we are talking about the same Shawn Michaels. That guy. Dude.
Guy.
Yeah. So, yeah, nothing happened on Battle of the Belts per usual. OC just continues his white hot run here in AEW. Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw, man. Monday Night Raw didn't really feel like too much of a chore tonight. It felt a little dull at points. But otherwise, some parts obviously were fantastic, I thought. But the show opened up with Cody in his kingdom, Atlanta, Georgia. He's, obviously everybody knows Cody's from Georgia. So he comes out there and he's crying. He's starting to tear up already, and nobody knows why. He goes out there and he talks about how he's from here, and he starts to cry again. And he talks about how his mother's in the front row, and he starts to cry again. And he talks about how his mom made him the kind of guy to get up from the mud and crawl through the mud, and just Cody taught me to get up when I'm down type speech. He talked about that. He told Brock Lesnar if he wants to show up at 9 o'clock, he's going to be here. If he wants to show up at 10 o'clock, he's going to be here. If he wants to wait till the very end at 11, he'll still be in the ring waiting for him. So he gets out of the ring, he goes over and he hugs his mom. Lesnar's music hits. He walks to the front of the ramp. It shuts off. It hits again. He walks to the very front of the ramp. It shuts off. It hits it hits again. Off, and he's getting pissed, and then he just says fuck it, and he goes right backstage, and all you hear is a chair shot, and a fucking chair comes flying out from gorilla position, and Brock Lesnar just comes out whooping Cody's ass. He brings him and he F5s him. He puts him in the Kimura lock. And I was just sitting there watching this like there's no fucking way they break his arm again. Dude, oh man.
Dude, if they, oh, no way.
I was absolutely dying laughing off the thought of Cody Rhodes. I was dying laughing off of the thought of Cody Rhodes getting his arm broken again. Oh man. Would have been absolutely hilarious.
God, no.
So Brock pulls him in the ring, gives him another F5, puts him in the Kimura, lets him go again as Cody Rhodes makes his way back after the beatdown on his own 2 feet. Yeah, this match got confirmed for SummerSlam, and it is not a stipulation yet.
I feel like they're going to add that in a little bit. In a couple weeks, man, I feel like they're going to add it.
I think so, too. That was the opening segment.
Definitely, man.
This guy just can't look any more pathetic. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's just the truth.
Man, I miss cool Cody, man. Genuinely, I miss the heel Cody, man. The heel Bullet Club Cody. That man was the best version of him. I don't, man.
Yeah, I mean, even early.
He was so cool.
Yeah, even early WWE babyface Cody, he felt like Cody Rhodes. Like, now he just feels very, like, corporately made.
Exactly. He's just a corporate WWE babyface at this point. That's all he is. And that's horrible to see, man. But he did do his fucking goofy-ass run when he went backstage initially, and then he got that chair shot.
He did.
He did that stupid-ass run again. That shit had me dying, bro. This man Cody is pathetic.
Oh, he's so pathetic. He's so pathetic, man. He really is. In the next match, we got Gunther versus Matt Riddle in what was a very good match. It was a very, very good match. Gunther being Gunther, just beating the shit out of Matt Riddle, as only he can do best. He beats Matt Riddle with Ludwig and Giovanni Vinci banned from ringside. He still beat Matt Riddle. He beat him clean. In what was, like I said, a pretty good match. Pretty good match there. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Just good old Walter. He stands on the announce table afterwards and he calls out Drew. But to no avail. I think they gave a reason why Drew had to miss next week, but So he calls out Drew, but like I said, to no avail, because Drew didn't show up. But like I said, I think there was something he had going on to why he couldn't make the show this week. But still didn't stop Gunther from talking his shit. So love to see it. After this,
intrigued for the match.
For sure. The Judgment Day. Congrats to Gunther as well for passing 400 days. He did mention that in his promo. He did mention how he's closing in on history. So, yeah, man. The Judgment Day then came out there. They were talking about how Dom's gonna win the North American title against Wes Lee tomorrow. They were talking about all that good stuff. Not really. So they were talking about all that, and Owens and Zayn came out, and the Judgment Day tag team titles on the line in the main event. These Raw main events suck. I'm sorry. Dude, it's literally like the fucking same 6 guys that are like always in the main event of Monday Night Raw. Always.
Literally, man. Literally. It's annoying, man. It really is. Shows different people.
Seriously, man. So, Rhea Ripley attacks Raquel and Liv Morgan in the back. Then they went to the backstage medical room or whatever, where Raquel told the doctor she still wanted to compete. They went out and competed against Chelsea and Sonya, and because they were banged up, they lost the tag team championships to Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Yeah. In other words, we have 2 people in a tag team that do not need to be in a tag team, and Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez, because they're perfectly fine as a singles, but we put them as a tag team because we don't fucking have any. And now we're just starting to realize we have nobody for Rhea Ripley. I don't know how we're just finding this out now, but we are.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So, exactly, man.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, man. At this point, I don't even know why these tag titles are a thing anymore. Just literally just crap.
Yeah, no question, bro. No question. So
I didn't hear anything you said for like the last 10 minutes. And there's a fucking spider I lost. That's why I'm looking out in the distance so much.
Damn. Okay. All right. Okay. So, yeah. I don't think the match is announced yet. I don't think so.
Okay. I thought it was. I guess I'm just thinking too much, man. But I'm intrigued, man. Intrigued to see where I'm really just waiting to see the fucking match itself, man. I don't really care about a story between these two at all, honesty. Just give me the match.
You hate that they're trying to, add a little bit something, a little bit of something to it, but obviously everybody is here for the match, so because that's just going to be an athletic masterpiece. Finn Balor, Finn Balor's been talking. Finn Balor's been talking his shit on Seth Rollins, so Seth is having a sit-down interview with Byron Saxton, where he's asking him about he's asking him about how he feels about Finn Balor's comments and stuff like that. Seth said, there's a ton of guys that deserve a shot: Kevin Owens, Gunther, Damian Priest. He said Finn Balor is on the list. Finn Balor walks up in the interview area. He tells Byron to go. He turns the chair around and he looks right into Seth's face. They're like mad close at this point. And he tells Seth, he says, I know you know this, but our issues are not over with. And I know you know that. And I want my rematch for the championship. Seth says, look, man, you need to stop living in the past. You need to let it go. And Finn gets all pissed off and he tells Seth, I will let the past go, able to take everything from you. And Seth Seth tells him to either, he says, well,
I can't hear you, man. Like,
yeah. So that was a little sit down with Finn and Seth Rollins, dude. Absolutely fantastic. I loved every bit of this. Yeah, Finn. Yeah, it's like I was saying, it is amazing how badass that man can look wearing purple and black zebra print.
exactly, man. Exactly. It's amazing to see where the story's going. I'm actually really liking it, man. I'm liking what Finn's doing, man. I'm liking what Seth's doing. I'm intrigued, man. I'm intrigued. And speaking of Seth, apparently he's gonna be on like the next episode of Logan Paul's podcast, man. So I'm interested to see that as well.
Ooh, nice. That'll be good to
Hell
listen
yeah.
to. That'll be good
It's
to listen to.
intriguing, man. I like
Tommaso
that.
Tommaso Ciampa had one of his cool ass backstage promos talking about Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed would then have a match with Nakamura. Tommaso would come out and hit Bronson Reed for costing him this match. So the back, how the back of Ciampa's shirt used to say, "This is my moment."
hmm
Now it says, "Remind the world."
hmm I like that, man. I can't wait for them to start selling that fucking shirt, man.
Yeah,
What's taking them so long?
seriously, bro. So yeah, so Tommaso comes and attacks Bronson Reed, gets Nakamura disqualified. So then Nakamura kicks Ciampa in the head. And I hope this isn't leaning towards a Nakamura heel turn. I hope this is just a babyface acting like a normal human being and getting pissed off every once in a while.
I
So,
think it is. Did you see that backstage segment?
mhm, yeah, where he just talked about how he
Yeah,
was tired of people getting in his way and stuff, getting in his business.
I think it's gonna be heel turn, man. I think so. That's
Fucking
annoying.
horrendous.
Again,
Not Ronda, Shayna defeats Nikki Cross in like 30 seconds. Then Ronda Rousey's sitting up in the stands, and she tells Shayna, that she never wanted to go through the front door, because the front door, she didn't have to walk in and spend years on the indies and building rings and this and that. She said if the back door is having one of the best judo careers, having one of the most standout UFC careers, and being a pioneer for the females in the UFC, and then coming into the WWE and doing way more than you did and making myself a Hall of Famer in just 1 year,
Yeah.
then I'll be fine with that. And Shayna, and then she says that everybody here knows that Shayna Baszler is just a knockoff Ronda Rousey. Shayna grabs the mic and she says, you can call me whatever you want, but everybody in this arena knows, everybody around the world knows, in this ring, you are a knockoff Shayna Baszler. And she tells her that she tells her that she tells her that she is she tells her that she is she pretty much told her she was better than she can do anything better she could do anything better than she can inside of the squared circle. So then Shayna told her it's easy to talk when you're all the way up there, so how about I come up there? So she goes to go up there. Security guards stop her. Ronda Rousey says, I'm going to do you a really nice favor and finally get you booked on a SummerSlam. And she walks away.
Alright, that line was good, man. It's crazy, man. I mean, let's just have this bed, man. I just can't wait for Shayna to beat her, man. But
Yeah.
they've been doing good with the story, man. They really have.
They have. It's been really intriguing. It's been very intriguing.
It really has, man. This fucking spider in my goddamn room is fucking moving all around. This fucker's going all the way up to the left and shit. God damn it.
So
Fucking
the Alpha Academy and the Viking Raiders have their Viking rules match. This was actually pretty enjoyable. This was a pretty fun match. The crowd was pretty into it, and it was just a lot of athleticism going on in this match. Valhalla took out Maxine, and then the Viking Raiders took out Gable, which left Otis to kind of fend for his team. So he was in a 2-on-1 situation pretty much. He was doing pretty good. Then he went to go on the top rope for a moonsault, I think, and Valhalla, I think she hit him. I think she hit him with one of those Viking shields that were on the ringside area, and they hit him with the Ragnarok, which is their double power bomb, and the Viking Raiders scored the victory here. Good Lord, I miss War Raiders, bro.
dude. Oh, literally, man. What the fuck are the Viking Raiders?
Dude, they're
I'm
so
sorry.
bad as heels. Like, this match was very enjoyable, and I'll give them their flowers for that, but, like, fuck, man, these guys fucking suck as heels, bro. They're horrible.
Dude, to me, it's not even that they're heels, dude. It's their look. It's their names.
Oh, yeah.
It's just presentation for me. I don't even give a fuck if they're heels or not. Their presentation
No.
is just pure.
No, yeah, I don't care that they're heels at all, but you know, obviously it was when they turned heels when all this fucking weird shit started happening. Well, not the names, but the look and like the way they act. It's just not it.
At this point, I'd rather have them fucking eating fucking turkey legs or whatever the fuck he was eating.
God.
Fucking emo raiders. Fucking mutant raiders.
I can't stand these emo raiders, bro. Yeah,
No,
I
I
mean
really
the Viking Raiders, and they do not do any of their old moves anymore. A double power bomb is their finisher, and their finisher used to be Fallout. Leave the
Hey,
company, please.
dude, I'm telling you, man, those guys are better off in somewhere else.
Yes. Where they can actually use Fallout and Thor's hammer, and Hansen can actually, well, first of all, he can actually be fucking called Hansen, and he can actually do most of his moveset.
Exactly. He doesn't have to fucking cut most of his fucking moveset for no reason.
That's honestly one of the worst things about them too, is like the amount, like I don't think they've ever, like I think that's probably the worst they've ever cut anybody's moveset was the War Raiders. I mean, when I tell you they took everything away from them, they stripped them down to the barest of bones and
They
gave them
literally,
nothing.
dude, they literally took everything from their moveset. That was cool. What was the first game they were in? Was it 19?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I bet if you compare the movesets in the game even, it's night and day.
No, I'm sure. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it is. Yeah, absolutely atrocious. Absolutely fucking atrocious, man. Is the Viking Raiders. God, I miss Hanson and Rowe, the badass just biker Viking dudes, dude.
It was so cool.
I miss Fallout, bro. Oh man. What a time to be alive. And now it's
And
over. Damn.
yeah, now they're well, they were the Viking experience for a week, and now they're the Viking Raiders.
Eric and Ivar.
Eric and
Atrocious.
I are
so, so Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens defend against the Judgment Day in the main event. Um, this match was very good. This match slapped very hard. It was great. It was a very great tag team match. Rhea Ripley was involved. Um, Seth Rollins came out to give them a hand with Finn Balor, getting Finn Balor away from the ringside area. Um, it honestly looked like Judgment Day were going to win there for a second, but um, Dominic ended up getting distracted because Rhea Ripley got attacked by Liv Morgan because of what happened earlier in the night, with Rhea being pretty much the reason they lost the tag titles. So Liv came out to deal with her. Dominic got distracted. Sammy hit him with an exploder suplex. He ran to the corner. As he was running back, Priest caught him. Was going to give him the South of Heaven, but then Priest got caught with a stunner. And then, Sami Zayn ran right at Dominic, hit him with the Helluva Kick, and retained the Tag Team Championships in a match that the crowd was super hot for. The crowd was super hot for, like, pretty much everything. Like, they were a really good crowd tonight.
That's good.
And yeah, and Owens and Zayn retained the Tag Team Championships in what was a main event that slapped. A lot of things slapped on this show. The Viking rules match was enjoyable. It was a fun match. The tag team match was great. Gunther and Gunther and Matt Riddle was great. I mean, obviously there was like the women's tag team titles, but nobody expects anything from them. Oh yeah. Oh my God. I can't believe I forgot this. Yeah, there was just an awful Miz TV segment with Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus, where they're making Becky run through all these hoops. Like, she has to beat Zoe Stark, and Trish was just naming off the stupidest of stipulations. She was telling her, like, if you lose against Zoe, you have to get down on your hands and knees and say thank you, Trish. And then she said, if you lose to me, you have to tattoo thank you, Trish, on your chest. What the fuck is this feud, dude? Becky Lynch.
MJF?
But when I tell you, I've never seen Becky Lynch look at somebody like, what the fuck are you talking about, more than she's looked at Trish Stratus throughout this whole summer. This has been one of the worst summer feuds I've ever seen in my entire life.
Literally, this shit is ass, bro. What the fuck? She's just fucking MJF at this point. A bad MJF. You have to do all these things to fight my garbage ass. No, thank you. I'd rather go do something else.
Yeah, can I have the opt out option? Can I not fight you at all, please?
Because that's what I would fucking like to do.
Fucking horrible, man. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Dude, I'm not digging it at all, bro. I'm not digging it at all. But other than obviously that stuff, Raw was for the most part had a lot of enjoyable moments tonight. It definitely didn't feel as much of a chore as it usually does. But yeah, they had a lot of good in-ring wrestling. Finn Balor killed it tonight. Just that little sit-down promo alone, where he interrupted Seth's interview, fantastic. He's so good. He's so good. One thing that's scaring me is I hope they don't try to turn this around, and the reason they'll kick Damian out is because he becomes world champion by screwing over Finn Balor, and that's how they're gonna make Damian look, or that's how they're gonna kind of get him out of the group. But even at that, he still looks like a prick.
Exactly. No matter what, he's gonna look like an asshole, man. So they booked themselves in a corner in that aspect, man. But Raw wasn't bad, man. Raw wasn't bad, and yeah, it wasn't bad, man. It wasn't bad a week overall, man. But Raw, it doesn't seem too bad, man. Besides Cody Rhodes.
Ugh, that fucking pathetic moron. Good lord. Good lord. But yeah, man. So that is everything we got today for the week of wrestling, man. For the week of wrestling, obviously next week we will have some blood and guts to talk about, and hopefully some interesting developments with the Bloodline, LA Knight, Hurt Business, all that good stuff. And then yeah, man. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna do it for this edition of the Notorious podcast. Another great edition of Notorious Unscripted. It has been episode 152. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this edition of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so very much. It has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
Nice, okay.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious podcast. Another great edition of Notorious Unscripted. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. We love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys on Friday with the news.
Peace.
I used to get deals on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold when what you talking about, Willis? The thrill is gone, the black Frank White is here to excite, throw dick to